Hey guys, this is Jonathan Collins from the Binary Atlas channel, and I am really excited what I've got for you guys today. So if you've been following my channel, you know I talk a lot about electrification, solar panels, electric cars. I had a Tesla. Well, today I'm going to show you the first glimpse at my Mustang Mach-E.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
We come home with this about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to walk you through all kinds of stuff about the car, inside, outside, everything I can think of to walk you guys through today. I will try to break it down by timestamps down below. So if you have any questions about a specific item, you can skip around. If I don't cover something that you think I should have covered, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate a subscription, a like, hit the bell icon, interact in the comments. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, guys, so this is my new 2024 Mustang Mach-E. So here's the fun part. So we've been out washing. So we got my other car here. This is an older Ford Fusion hybrid car. My wife and I have been out here washing and detailing the cars today. So I figured today, after I got it clean, so you guys didn't get to see how dirty it was, we got off a road trip on the interstate yesterday, so I wanted to get it clean before I filmed it for you guys. But anyway, this is it, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is a 2024 Select all-wheel drive extended range battery. Okay, so I will also put up a screenshot of the window sticker. I'm going to be very upfront about the price I paid for it and all the features. I forget what the color, but you'll be able to see on the sticker what Ford calls this color. I absolutely love it. It's great. So right down here, the badge, and again, I'll look some of this stuff up, but I'm pretty sure that it's Mach-E. The 4 stands for all-wheel drive, and the X stands for the extended range battery, okay? So I'm just gonna give you a quick walk around tour. There are no door handles. I'll show you how the doors work here in a second. Got the Mustang badges on the outside. By the way, shout out to Everett Ford in Benton, Arkansas. I'm going to place their information down in the description below so that if you guys are in Arkansas or close by and you're thinking about buying one of these, they were incredible to deal with, and I'll talk more about that here in a minute. But it's got rear backup camera. It's got, and I'll show you some of that stuff here in a minute. It's got a giant horsefly, apparently, that bit the far out of me last time I was washing. The mirrors fold in, power folding mirrors. I love the wheels. All right, most of this I'm just filming by hand, guys, so if it's a little herky-jerky, I'm sorry. I'm gonna show you the front trunk. I'm going to show you the rear trunk. All right, so let's go and let's take a look at the charging port. All right, so I have here is CCS. I believe in 2025, next year, Ford's going to start putting out vehicles that have the NACS as this default port. I have this one. It is manual. There's no button to open this. You basically just push it to latch it, push it to open it. This is your charge indicator. This is to lock and unlock the charge cable. And then before we go on the inside, since we talked about the charge port, I'm going to walk you over and show you my charging setup. So what I have here is a NEMA 1450 outlet for a RV, right? I've got my connector plugged into that. I have a Grizzle E Avalanche Edition. It's got 40 amps on it, and that plugs into my CCS adapter. Does about 20 to 30 miles an hour, depending on the charge level of the car. All right, so let's go take a look on the inside. So to get inside, you gotta have your key nearby, and look at that, I got a streak. Let's get rid of that real quick. Okay, push the button and it opens up. All right, so this is our interior. You have this as your door open handle. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me. I kind of like it now. You got your windows, your mirror adjustments, folding mirror, child locks on the windows. You got your memory seats right here, 1, 2, and 3. I put in this Lay's Fit custom liners off Amazon. You have your lighting controls. You have, I keep it on auto. You have your vents. All vents are manual. Now, some of the electric vehicles today, the vents are controlled via touchscreen. This is not, and I actually like it that way. It's really nice. Steering wheel, you've got your cruise control buttons on this side. You have your volume control, phone, and other functions over on this side. You have your turn signal stock. You have your windshield wiper stock. You have your Blue Cruise facial tracking system right there. You can, on the camera, kind of see the infrared blinking. You have your center console here that gives you information while you're driving. And you have your big main touchscreen. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door and let's get powered up. Sorry, I've got my mic on with the windscreen filter, so hopefully you guys don't hear the air conditioner too badly, but it is so hot outside, I don't really think I can do this with the without the air being on. Whoops. Turn off the radio so I don't get a mark on me. So I've got I put my Deadpool in here. Now, so you got your rear view mirror, you got your standard controls, you've got your touch screen here, you've got your big manual control knob here, you got your cup holders, you have wireless charging on this side only, not on this side. I don't really know why they did that. I think when you're spending $50,000 on a vehicle, you could do better than that, Ford. That's just my take on that. You've got your center console here, your steering, different modes, parking brake. This button apparently doesn't work. Apparently, originally when they designed the Mach-E, they were going to have self-parking. They have disabled that. It doesn't work. You have your center console here for storage. Got your passenger seat. You got you a standard glove box. You got your vents over there. All right, let's take you around and we are going to look at the back seat. Now, one safety feature with these is that once you open it, you can't push it. So you're not going to pinch your fingers. Your kids aren't going to pinch your fingers. You have to pull it open at that point. All right, so similar setup here with the door and the window. You got some storage down here. We've got some cup holders inside the center armrest that comes down. These are the back of the seats. You've got USB-C 2 ports back here, right underneath the vents in order for charging in the back. Kids used that on our trip we took yesterday. Very spacious, I really like it. You got your handles up top. I didn't get a glass roof, and you know, honestly, on this vehicle, I didn't want the glass roof. So you got your rear, you got a rear wiper, there's your rear camera. I did not get the power. In fact, I don't know if Ford's having trouble with like parts or what, but none of the models they had on lot had power trunk. So, and I've heard that Ford used to have something that you waved your foot underneath and it would open the back trunk, but that is apparently not the case anymore. They don't produce it anymore. Not really sure why. So again, I've got the Lays Fit cargo liner, but up under here is your storage. Oh, that's heavy. Where I've got my mobile adapter, the tire inflation kit. There's not really much room to store up under there. My guess is they did that because this is your storage space back here. You've got a 12-volt power supply. You've got some lights that come on. These seats, of course, fold down. There was a center headrest right here. My wife asked me to take that out so that she could see out the back better. It comes with this little screen that you can install that kind of hides from prying eyes what's in the back of your trunk. Gonna open it up here. Same stuff, you know, you got your storage, just really spacious. All right, then you got all the goodness on this side, which is basically just your standard passenger seat. All right, so next I am going to take you through some of the stuff on the main system. All right, so I'm gonna go through the menu system. I'm gonna try to make this quick and dirty. There's a lot to go over here. Again, you can skip around if you've seen this already with other YouTube videos, but we have built in Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Both can be done via the USB port that is down underneath. Both can also be done wirelessly. All right, so let's take you through the main system. So I'm gonna show you the main screen, right? This is the controls for the car. So when you're in park, you can open your front and you can open the trunk. I'm gonna go ahead and open the front because I need to get some footage of that. All right, good, got that. All right, so there are 3 drive modes: Whisper, Engage, and Unbridled. I mostly do Whisper when I'm traveling on the interstate or taking longer trips. On my day-to-day drives, I do Unbridled just because I can and it's fun. It kind of changes the look and feel of how it drives, the acceleration, things like that. I do one-pedal driving. I come from a Tesla. So, you know, one-pedal driving is something I'm used to and I enjoy it, so that's what I use. Propulsion sound, it's kind of funny. I used it the first couple of days, but then kind of got tired of it. So what it does is it makes engine sounds on the speakers internally to the car to make it sound like a Mustang engine when you're accelerating. Auto hold is something that I use. So basically, if you're on a hill and you come to a stop, like at a stop sign or a stoplight or something like that, it automatically puts the brake on. That way you don't have to worry about rolling backwards. Okay, so I can't do sound because I don't have the radio turned on, but sound is just your basic, moving the balances, treble, bass, all that kind of stuff. I will say this, I have been very impressed with the sound. So let me know if you guys have a Mustang Mach-E and you're enjoying the sound, but I really do enjoy the sound system. It sounds great. You got your phone list. This just lists all the phone that are connected to the car. You have all your driver assistant features. You know, adaptive cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, rear view camera delay, blind spot information system, I love that. Cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist, and driver alert. All right, so vehicle. Power down timer, rear occupant alert, easy entry exit. Mach-E, that's the stuff that works for your phone being the key. Onboard modem serial number, I'm not going to show you that. Alarm system, so that is ask on exit, basically wants to know if you want to turn the alarm system off or not. If you have a locked garage, you might want to do that. I don't know, that's up to you. Remote start setup, so what this is it allows you to do remote start. I use this, the duration goes up to 15 minutes. I have it on 15, but you can do 5 or 10 minutes. Basically, when you do remote start or scheduled departure, which you should always do because it prepares your battery for travel, it lets you activate the AC or the heat for 15 minutes. You can only do it twice, so it'll go for 15 minutes, it'll shut off, you can turn it back on again or extend it, but 2 15-minute sessions is the max you're allowed to preheat or pre-cool your car. Okay, so windows, remote open, remote close, we got that on. Wipers, I don't do the courtesy wipe. Rain sensing I got on. Reverse wiper, so basically when you're reversing, the wiper goes off back there. Lighting, I do auto high beams, daytime running lamps, welcome lighting, I do all that. It works really well. I can't show you now. I might try to get some footage tonight, but at night, when you approach the car, it projects a Mustang on the floor. It's kind of cool. Locks, mirrors, all this stuff's kind of door keypad code, all that's kind of the same. It keeps track of the life of your tire mobility kit because we do not have a spare tire. Backup start passcode, so basically if you don't have your keys in your phone as a key is not working, you can put in a password that will let you bypass all of that and go ahead and start the car. Show brake coach, I'm going to take that off because I don't use it. Low battery, basically it's going to let you know if you only have 30 miles left and really start, blaring at you. On general, this is I put it to Fahrenheit because we're here in the US. Miles and miles per kilowatt hour, tire pressure PSI. I told you this is a quick and dirty clock, all that fun kind of stuff. Connectivity, this is for all your connectivity, Bluetooth, manage your Wi-Fi networks. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi network here at the house so I can do updates. I've already had an update came out since I've had the car. Ford is actually doing pretty good on that. Software updates. So this basically says right here, my last one was battery and remote start enhancements. So that's going really well. Ford Assistant, voice commands out. I don't have it listed for the wake word. I would rather press the button. I do not use Amazon Alexa, so I'm not an Amazon household, so I can't really give you any insight on that. Valet mode, I've not used it yet, but I'm sure it works a lot like other valet modes, all right? Here is your main menu. Radio, phone, navigation, media, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, charging, public charging, tire pressure, trips, owner's manual, and record feedback. I've used the record feedback before. Works pretty well. Owner's manual, I've searched it. It's all built into the system. It works pretty well. The system in and of itself, I'll just say right now, works really well. It's responsive, it's fast. I don't feel that it's sluggish whatsoever. I'm gonna go ahead and show you charging. This is one of my gripes that I have. You cannot adjust this. In a Tesla, I know that you can. I'm not sure about other cars because I've not owned or driven other electric cars, but you can adjust this inside of the car. You can't here. It has to be done on the Ford app. And I hate to say this, as much as I love this car, the Ford app is trash. They really need to work on it. This is another great feature. My Tesla did not do this. They can because they have all the cameras, but they just don't. I'm not sure why. But you get an aerial 360 view when you're pulling in or backing up, and it is just really, really handy. All right, guys, so sorry, I know that was quick and dirty. I just wanted to go through the menu system. This video really isn't meant to walk you through every single feature and talk about every single feature. If I did that, that would be a whole video in and of itself. There's just a lot to unpack there. I want to do a quick and dirty job. Oh yeah, duh. Let's take a look at the front. I totally forgot to show you the front thing. So right here we have your range. I have 138 miles at 50%. I'm at 0 mile per hour of ground speed. I think that's kind of funny. It's a Mach-E, right? So they say make sure you know it's ground speed. My frunk is ajar, I know. You've got your speed limit, you got your gears, you've got your mileage. You're ready. I'm on one pedal driving. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that. Ready. I'm on one pedal driving. The frunk is ajar. Daytime running lamps are on, auto lights are on, and northwest is the direction. So, yeah. Okay. So now I've run you through all kinds of stuff, right? So let's still talk a little bit about why I did what I did. So none of my videos about the Tesla, I think, are invalidated by my choice to go with a Mustang. For the time that I had it, the Tesla did its job. It was a good car. I had no major issues with it, no issues out of the battery, no issues out of the motor, okay? But I kind of drunk the Tesla Kool-Aid for quite a few years. I don't know, I don't think any of you commented on that on any of the videos, but I get it, right? I do. Starting to get darker, so the lighting's kind of getting bad, so I'll come outside the car for this portion of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the front real quick, and then we'll continue the blabbing. All right, so this is the front trunk here. I actually think it's pretty nice. It's got drain holes in the bottom, so if you want to fill it with ice, you can make it a cooler. You've got access to your windshield washer fluid, and that's pretty much it. All right, so sorry. I was going to talk out in the car about the reasons why I switched to the Ford Mustang over my Tesla, but it was hot. I was getting way too hot. It's hard to contain my excitement about this vehicle, right? So I'm going to walk you through kind of my thought process on what happened here. So I've got some videos of my Tesla on this station, right, where I talked about the Tesla and all the great things. I tried to be fair and tell you guys about some of the downsides of that Tesla. I don't think that me switching vehicles is a slight to Tesla, but I kind of drank the Tesla Kool-Aid for quite a few years. So let me walk you through some of the things that caused me to start looking for another vehicle, and then I will talk to you about how I made it to the Mustang. Again, I'm sorry for the length of this video. I try to do shorter videos, but there's just so much to unpack here. I just really wanted to get it all in, so feel free to skip around if you want to. So the Tesla is, when we bought that Model 3, it was just the standard range plus. It wasn't a performance edition, it wasn't extended range, and it was a $40,000 car. One of the reasons that I bought it, it was used, it was built in 2019. I bought it in 2021. At the time, a brand new Model 3 was about $38,000, I think, but it was another $10,000 to add full self-driving. Me being the tech enthusiast that I am, you guys see that with some of the videos I do on this channel, I wanted the full self-driving. So it was cheaper to get the used vehicle that had full self-driving on it than it was to buy the new one. So we pick it up, I'm excited, I'm like a kid, dream owning a Tesla. It was awesome. The experience was awesome. I'm talking to the wife about stuff on the drive home. Oh, how awesome is this? But let's get to the first thing. One, I live in Arkansas. There is absolutely no dealerships in Arkansas for Tesla. I had to drive to Kansas City, Missouri, in order to pick up that car. There are no service centers in the state of Arkansas. I did get a couple of warranty things worked on, and Tesla sent out a mobile technician, which was a good experience at first. But it got slightly worse as the years goes on, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. Then you start, as years go by, it's my daily driver, I drive it to work every day, you start to think about things. And I started thinking, for a $40,000 car, it's kind of really Spartan on the inside. And I know you think at first, oh, this is their style, it's awesome. No, it's actually not. It's cheap materials. The car should be cheaper for what it is. The fit and finish isn't good, right? You have gaps, you have panel gaps, you have all kinds of stuff. Now let's talk about service, right? Again, I had nothing major go wrong with the car. It was a good car. But after it went out of warranty, I had the headlight go out. It was the left front headlight, went out on me. I turned it into Tesla through the app. They said, hey, no problem, we'll fix it. They gave me an estimate of $1,800 to fix it in 2 months. They couldn't get to me for 2 months. And I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. So I'm a tech guy, not a car guy. I can work on certain things on a car, but it's not like I do it all the time. I'm not like super efficient or a pro at it by any stretch of the imagination. So I go on YouTube and I watch a video. I order the headlight off eBay, $250. I get it in, I get started. I have to take the entire front bumper off and the front trunk has to come out. I get the headlight out, I put the new headlight in, I button everything back up. I have to do a firmware update in the service menu on the car to get the headlight to work. I'm done. About an hour, right? So they were going to charge me $1,800 for that. And then I would assume, and you know what assumptions are, but I would assume that the technician that probably has done this many times before and is trained on it should be able to do it in 30 minutes? So yeah, it was just ridiculous. And the value on the car was plummeting. We still owed on it. And you guys have seen in the headlines what's going on with Tesla and the stock, and values are plummeting. And I decided I wanted to get out of it, and I wanted to go to a vehicle that was serviceable here locally in Arkansas. So now we're going to get to the winding road I took to get to the Mustang Mach-E. All right, so I looked up all the vehicles, right? Rivian, totally out of my price range, right? Polestar actually had incredible deals on their cars, right? However, they have no dealership in the state of Arkansas, no service center in the state of Arkansas, and no mobile service. So that was out. There's no way I can have a car that I have no way to get worked on. I would have to ship it out of state. And who knows how much that would cost, right? $1,000, $2,000. So I decided not to go with that. I went to Hyundai. I went to all the others. The prices were kind of high. They didn't really want to deal too much. I knew that I could use the $7,500 tax rebate that you can now get at the dealership off the price of the car. But even with that, some of the prices were just too high and they weren't getting into the range that I needed. Called the Everett Ford in Benton, Arkansas. They have about, 7 or 8 different kinds of Mustang Mach-E's on the lot. Ready to go. I'm like, great. I start talking with the guy. It's all via texting and phone calls. They give me a really good trade value on my Tesla, not even looking at it, right? I sent pictures, but they beat all the other dealerships by about $6,000 on the trade, right? That made a huge difference. A lot of these other cars, even with the $7,500 rebate, adding the negative equity of my Tesla on top of that killed the deal, because they were offering $13,000, $14,000. I think I ended up getting like $18,000, $19,000 out of Everett. So a really, really good trade deal. What I considered a fair trade deal on my car, right? They basically, I think they matched what Carvana had offered me, right? So yeah, awesome experience there. So I'm talking with the guy. I'm actually negotiating for one of the cheaper ones. We go back and we talk to the guy on the phone. I'm like, hey, my wife and I would love to come down and drive the vehicle, right? We don't live in Benton. We are about an hour and 45 minutes away, but my wife's mother lives in that area. So we said, hey, next time we come visit, we would love to stop in on Saturday, maybe test drive a few of the cars. They say, oh, that's great, that'd be awesome. So we pack up the whole family, kids too. They're in the back seat. We take the Tesla, we go, we get there. We test drive, not the one I was looking at. It was more of a silver, lower trim that we looked at, and my wife loved it, right? I loved it. We drove the one that we bought. We test drove it, and my wife goes, Jonathan, we need to buy this car. I'm like, you're right, we do. And let me explain to you why. The quality of the materials in that car is leagues above Tesla. The ride quality in that car is better than the Tesla I had. Now again, I had an older 2019 Model 3. No performance, no nothing, right? Didn't have the revision, the new Model 3 revision. I can't attest to any of those. All I can tell you is my experience on the one that I owned. Quality was so much better. I mean, leagues, jumps better. Acceleration was still incredible, like all electric cars. The handling was incredible. The features, the cruise control, the Blue Cruise, which I might end up doing a whole video on Blue Cruise. I think a lot of videos been done about Blue Cruise. I don't want to think you need to hear about that from me. If you do, let me know down below. But you know, Blue Cruise was better than Tesla's full self-driving. And I'm not even talking about, I don't even care anymore about it taking turns and taking the exit and going from point A to point B. All I cared about was interstate driving, because we've done a lot of interstate driving in the last couple of weeks, and Tesla's full self-driving sucks. Segue. All right, that's what led me. Full self-driving disheartened me. All right, I've had this car 5 years. Full self-driving is still very much a beta product. He admitted that most likely if they do solve full self-driving, that car wouldn't be able to do it unless I upgraded the computer, right? So yeah, so I'm like, I'm done. Full self-driving isn't a feature that's selling me on this car anymore. And when I start looking at this Ford Mustang Mach-E, it is so much better in almost every conceivable way, all right? I had no problems with the entertainment system. I have no problems with the software on the car. The screen works, it's snappy, it's responsive, it's fun to drive. The kids liked it better. There's more room in the back. As a family vehicle, it is just so much better. And at a full 100% charge, we get 313 miles, or 315 miles is what we got on our last full 100% charge. That is a game changer for us, right? The Tesla, when we first got it, was about 215 miles on a full charge. We can make the trip to Little Rock and back home, but they upped the speed limit on the interstate. We've owned it for so long, and that extra 5 miles an hour killed the battery. We could make it to Little Rock, but we'd have to charge at a supercharge station before we come back. And I know, not that big a deal. Supercharging's quick, but I can now make the trip to Little Rock. I can go to my mother-in-law's house, back to Little Rock, and then back home on a single charge. And that is really important for us. Now, I've ordered the NACS adapter from Ford. I don't have it yet, so I can't really talk about charging the Mustang at a supercharging station. But we used a Pilot travel station, which in Arkansas, don't use them. They're incredibly expensive. It was 71 cents a kilowatt hour. I didn't know that I should check. Every other station around Little Rock was like 35 cents a kilowatt hour. Another video for another time. But anyway, those are kind of the reasons why we went to the Mustang Mach-E. And again, I don't regret owning the Tesla. I don't regret buying it. I am still a firm believer in electric vehicles and electrification. However, Tesla has not improved their vehicles, right? They've not come out with anything new, really. The Cybertruck was a disaster as far as I'm concerned. I canceled my reservation. Glad I got out of it and didn't have to go through all that crap, right? I would love to have a Ford Lightning F-150, still out of my price range, right? If they had one on the lot, it was marked down from $90-something thousand to $75,000. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that is still too expensive for me. I'm not paying that for a truck, not even an electric truck. So maybe in the future, if I end up going that route, I'll do another video for you guys and show you the truck. But you know, I looked at the Chevy Blazer and the Chevy Equinox EV. They've been having a lot of issues. Other reviewers, Edmunds, Cars.com, and I think places like that have been having issues with their review units. So I don't think Chevy's quite there yet. Again, things may change. I may experience some issues, but I went ahead and bought the bumper-to-bumper extended warranty that covers absolutely everything. So I don't expect I'm gonna have much issues, and if I do, I'm fairly certain Everett Ford is going to take care of me. They were incredibly nice. They're probably one of the few dealerships I've dealt with that I felt like they were gonna take care of me after, right? I just had a really good feeling about them. If that changes, I'll let you know. But anyway, that's been kind of the story of how we have switched to the Mustang Mach-E. Again, I said before, if there are anything that I missed that you guys would like me to go ahead and talk about, please put it down in the comments below. I might could do some YouTube shorts. My phone just fell. I might could do some YouTube shorts and stuff. So I'm using this DJI Mimo thing, tripod thing. Anyway, all right, so again, anything you guys want, let me know. I can do some YouTube shorts if I've missed any features, and I'll throw them on the channel. Anyway, this is Jonathan Collins. I'm glad that you guys took the time to watch this video. If you've watched it all the way through, I sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch my ramblings about this new car. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I hope that you will come back to the Binary Atlas channel as we explore many new technologies here pretty soon. I will be touring a 1.3 megawatt solar farm that we're putting in at work, and I'll try to do some video on that for the channel. Anyway, see you guys later.